was the experience like playing for New Zealand over the summer in FIBA?
It was awesome. The team, it was just good to be around some New Zealanders again, and we had a really good team, had a really good run. It was a lot of fun.
What about integrating into the Michigan basketball culture the last semester of last season? What did that? Obviously, didn't get any games, but the experience, I'm sure, was pretty incredible to kind of get you ahead of the curve.
Yeah, definitely. I think coming in and just getting used to the physicality, the speed, and just the style of college basketball, I think that was probably the biggest thing I took away from it. And then knowing my way around campus as well, just taking the school like aspect out of the stress factor of like performing and having to worry about that. So.
Who's kind of taken you under their wing the most since you got here? Because it must have been kind of a crazy whirlwind when you got here in January, December.
Yeah. I think definitely Will Cheddar.
Okay.
Just because I live with him, Harrison, and Charlie, so
Okay.
I've just been hanging around with them a lot. So.
What's he like as kind of like a older teammate, leader type of guy?
He's awesome. He kind of gets on you at times, but I just know that's out of love and just wants the best for me. And then off the court, he's a lot, but yeah, he's a lot of fun, and he's been super helpful with helping me get used to Michigan.
What's it like playing with all these bigs that are super talented, super big, multiple 7-footers, all that?
Yeah, the first few practices, it took a while just to get used to the court being so taken up from all of the 7-footers, but I'm really glad they're on our team. So yeah, it'll be interesting this year to see how teams go against the shot blockers that we have.
Is that the biggest challenge you think going against a team this big and with the front line you may have, that getting in the paint, maybe getting to the rim is going to be nearly impossible?
Yeah, I think so. It's just in a few practices I feel like I've got the shot up quick enough, but then Adai just somehow gets a hand to it, and it's just like kind of daunting in a way. But,
What's the freakiest thing you've seen Adai do?
I shot a floater and I caught it like mid-air and just put it up, and he was like probably at the second hash, and he still blocked it, like just swatted it out. I was like,
just effortless.
Yeah. It was insane. But
what are you working on with your game? What do you feel like is a strength, and what do you feel like you need to work on?
I think my biggest strength is probably my finishing, like getting downhill and then creating opportunities for my teammates. The biggest work on for me this summer was my shot and just being a more consistent three-point shooter, which I think I've improved on a lot, and yeah, I've seen a lot of progress in that.
You played against Merez, right, in the summer?
Yeah.
What was that like? What were your impressions of him? Because you were here for the game against Illinois, but he didn't play because he was hurt. So that was maybe your first experience being on the other sideline against him. But.
Yeah, he's a very passionate player, and he plays super hard. The times I was guarding him, he's super strong. Like, he just kind of moved me out of the way a few times, but yeah, it was a good experience for sure.
Who's the most improved player on the team?
Most improved? I'd probably say LJ. He's kind of taken that bigger role in his stride, and he's been succeeding a lot. So.
What is he doing differently, I guess? Because, he had kind of an interesting year, and then at the end it was like give him the ball and just kind of let him cook it in some of those big games. What is he doing different? Is he building off of that? Or?
At times, yeah. But I just think he's controlling the scrimmages a lot more, like just being a point guard and just, directing people at times. Yeah.
You feel like you're getting a lot of open looks when you're on the same team as Elliott or even LJ too?
Yeah, I think so. Elliott's found me in some like pretty open spots, and it's awesome to play with some guys like that.
Is it important for a team to have a guy that can get you a really good shot, but then also a bunch of guys that can hit tough shots when you have to? Like, what's the balance there?
I think that's a big thing. Just being able to find the open player, and then obviously when things aren't going right, just having someone who can go and get a bucket is a big thing.
What are your personal expectations for the year? Like, do you want to be in the rotation game one, or how are you kind of approaching what this season could be like for you?
Really just building my trust with Coach May, and just so he can trust me to put me on the floor for whatever time that he sees I fit. But yeah, that's really it.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, of course.